Alright, one more run for real, for real. I normally wouldn't do this, but Mega good luck, thanks Mikito. Alright. Yeah, if this run dies, I'll probably just call it for the day and just accept that today is just not the day for runs. Oh my gosh, Wii Remote. Some days are just not the day. I guess I think I feel more like, I want to do speedrunning, today. Because it's been a week since I streamed, and that's like longer than usual, because I couldn't stream on Monday. I don't know. You know, sometimes you do runs on a day and you just kind of can't, you kind of just get stuck in your own head a little bit. It's just a thing that can happen. Also, I like never stream in the evening anymore. That might be to do with it, possibly. Or it might even be to do with how I've been feeling, or something, or I don't know, it could be to do with like anything. A lot of the days are just like not the best days for runs. Yeah. Whatever happens in this run will just happen. Maddie Mattas. The mistakes in that run were really stupid as well. It was like I hit the Gwei before talking to Fi, which is just not what you meant to do. I like had the muscle memory of another RBM and like transferred it onto another one. I don't know. They were all very uncommon mistakes, I guess. But whatever. Uncommon mistakes still happen, like, as even though you get more consistent at tricks over time, it's like you still will very occasionally fail at them. It's just you'll fail at them less and less and less, I guess. We do be human. Yo, we golded by less than 1/10 of a second. Less than 3 frames, let's go. Also, I noticed my gold on there from earlier was 339.99. Hey! Whoa, that was weird. Okay. That's not something that usually happens, but I guess it's just one of those things that can happen at some point. Okay, nice. Did that still work? I think it did. I was kind of jank. I wasn't focusing properly. That's fine. Whoa, that wasn't how I usually do that either. Okay, I did start my file a little bit late there. But it worked. Okay, nice. Oh, okay. I held a direction on the analog stick before I had control of Link, which made Link go in a different direction. And whilst I could find the direction that works there, I'd have to like lab that. It's only a small time save, and I accidentally did it there. Now, it might be right that's the fastest. Curious, is stream still audible right now? Okay, it is. Might just play with audio off for a minute. I think I just need to like reset like my mentality. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Feels like I don't know. Just want to be calm for the run. And I'm still thinking about the mistakes I made last run. And I really don't need to. I wonder what the 3 that Zelda says there really means. Pretty sure that's the end of the cutscene. Oh yeah. Feels kind of nice playing with no audio, actually. But you guys should be able to hear it on stream, though. Whoa, I did like a horizontal slash there, but it still worked. They always do that final heart like earlier than I expect them to. I think that's because I have 2 chews on me rather than 1. Oh, you know what? Here's one good thing I can talk about that happened recently. So, I remember last stream I was talking about how I was getting better at zombie hovering. Well... I also found out that my grip with, like, two-handed mashing on my Switch Pro controller was, like, the one that I did for the rope climb. Also, whoa, this is a big gold. Wait, is it? Wait, it is. I mean, 0.9 second gold, but, you know, that's pretty cool. But yeah, what I was gonna say was, my position, my hand position on the controller, it was that I was using my fingers to, like, bounce the controller into my left hand, and that's kind of strenuous on your arm to do that. So... So I figured out that, like, I had to hold one of the kind of, like, grippy bits of the controller. The ones on the bottom left and the bottom right. I don't know what they're called. But I had to hold one of those with my palm, not use my fingers to move the controller at all, and then, like, kind of flip it up and down. Well, not flip it, but, like, push it up and down into my left hand. And then I actually got really consistent results from doing that. It worked so well. And now I can, like, properly zombie hover, which is insane. I just never thought I'd be able to do it. Like, I'm so happy. It was actually so, like, it was actually kind of addictive practicing it for a while, because it's, yeah, as I said, like, last stream, I'm pretty sure, it's just, it's one of those tricks that feels so cool to get it just even one time, that, like, you don't even mind when you fail it. It's just so exciting to just suddenly be able to do. It's really all about, like, the mashing itself and the method in which you do it. Dude, I was holding the 2 button to skip the Lockwind cutscene. That is not how that works. in this part of the run. Wait, I just realized something. I can do the Wordle in cutscenes. New thing to do during cutscenes unlocked? Basically, I do the Wordle with a bunch of friends on Discord. And I found that because of the time I go to sleep, I would often wait until midnight for the next Wordle to happen to play it. And I didn't like that, so instead, I I flip my time zone forward so that I can play it earlier instead and not worry about like playing at midnight or whatever. I don't know, it's really weird, but that's what I do now, so I would be playing it around this time. Well, actually, the like waiting to play at midnight thing was more something that was happening last year. As it was just that like I built a habit and I kind of stuck with it, I guess. Like, there have been times now where I've actually just waited to play the Wordle the next day just because didn't feel like it the day before. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we've been, me and my friends have been using the Wordle bot since it basically came out as a thing. So it's like I've been playing for 254 days or something. It's a fun way to like have a tiny bit of social interaction. Alright, time to totally skip the cutscene, am I right? We're totally skipping the cutscene. Oh my gosh, we didn't do it? What? Okay. Alright, now we get a chance to redeem ourselves. Let's go! Alright, I was calibrating my pointer as if, like, it was gonna automatically go into file 3. Like, no, the center of the screen is where file 2 is. It's like... Okay, my movement kind of had to be a little bit weird there to select the right file. Bing. Okay. Didn't mean to select open splash screen that early. The outline of the pointer that you use is dark grey and not black, actually. I just noticed that. Because the shadow over it is black. But the outline is dark grey. Huh. Yeah, no, it's not just the color correction. Alright, I think that was fine. Again, would like to get into the habit of selecting it a little bit later than that, but I think we're fine. Alright, Sky RBW time. Link dying into the statue again. It might be that I try to take a line slightly closer to the statue when I can't select my files correctly, but then Link doesn't get an auto roll when he hits the ground if I do that. So it's like a kind of balance of making sure the movement I do works and also trying to make it optimal. That must have worked. My cursor might have almost missed the start button. Yeah, that worked. No, we're not going to the pillar again to try and spawn the Gwei and die to it immediately. We're getting the Phytex. We are getting a good surface time. We are not making that mistake again. My muscle memory was about to do it. I was focusing on yapping so that I could distract myself from the Sky RBW. There we go. Okay. All right. We got past the stuff that all the previous runs died to. We did it. This run is now free. I don't know. That's how I like to imagine it. Oh, I'm so happy. I mean, as long as we can skip this cutscene. Yep. We're good to go. Off to Farron. Oh, oops. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna put my jumper back on now. I'm getting a little bit colder. Oh my gosh, don't spill my water bottle. Okay, we're good. Alright, gotta manually pull the sailcloth. And we made it! Let's go! Also, hey 64. Thanks for the 7-stream streak. Dang. That's crazy. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. And I hope you're doing well. Let's go. We are so back. Never been more back. It can't get backer than this. I don't know. Save and quit? Oh wait, no, save and reset. We can't get backer than this. Hell yeah. Yeah, for context 64, I was stuck in Skyloft jail for like an hour and 20 minutes. And then I decided that this would just be my last attempt of the day, and we made it. Because if this attempt finishes, the stream will be like 4.5 hours long, which is like which is like extremely long. I was gonna say one of the longest streams I've ever done, but I did co-op Full Sanity with David in Skyward Sword Rando, so that's not true. Dude, if I was quoting myself, I totally would have said 2025 instead of 2026. And like forgotten. Okay, my movement there was kind of weird, but it was kind of fast. Alright. Off to do key quiz. This is gonna be a chill section. I really like this section as like a nice break between all the shenanigans that we do in this run. It's already mid-February by now. I know, I always take ages to adjust to the year. Dude, earlier I was talking about it being January, and then I realized it wasn't January anymore. But then when I really think about it, like, there's not really much to February in my mind. Like, the only thing I can think of that happens in February is, like, I guess Valentine's Day is tomorrow, but, like, what seasonal things happen in February? Like, what's something that you really associate with it being February in terms of, like, the outdoors or, like, nature or something? And it's, like, not much, honestly. I associate January with snow because where I live, January is the month where I am most likely to get snow. Big snowstorms. Oh yeah, there were like huge snowstorms happening in America like a month ago, a few weeks ago. I wonder if it's calmed down now or if it's still going on. Aw, I pressed A slightly early. There was a huge snowstorm a few weekends back, yeah. Has it calmed down now, mostly? I don't know. I remember one friend I had who lives in the US was still, like, showing how snowy it was in some places. Mostly? Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the snowstorm hit, like, the entire eastern half of the US, which is, like, where a lot of the population density is. If you look at a population density map of the US, it's, like, it's really dense until, like, the halfway mark across the country, and then it kind of becomes, like, more in clusters in the western half. That's something I noticed. California also has high population? Yeah, it does. Yeah, not to say that the west half isn't dense, it's more like, I'm more saying like, on the population density maps I've seen, it's more like in clusters in the western half. Like, cause I guess California has like mountains. And those so there are like, yeah. So it's not like sprawling absolutely everywhere, because sometimes the terrain kind of gets in the way, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, California's like one of the most I think it actually might be the most populated state. I think it's got like 40 million people in it. Why am I not running? I don't know. Kind of messed up the stamina management. Okay, yeah. I didn't run for a bit, so it kind of messed up my stamina management, but that's okay. Wait, I got a damage down. Yeah. You, and then you. Okay, close to lobster roll. Cute. I have started doing a roll there since I realized I wasn't doing it before and it is faster. Whoa, okay, I almost fell off. I'm not used to doing a ledge grab there. Okay. I am remembering to push down the log in my head right now. So I guess I will just do that in my runs from now on. Making a timing of pushing down the log made me remember to push down the log. Is this gonna work? Maybe. Okay, no. No, I got a heart! Okay, I gotta cut this, and then I gotta cut this. Okay, bit of time loss there, which is unfortunate. But it's whatever. Can't get that strat all the time. And again, whenever I make a mistake like this, I'm just gonna use the excuse that I haven't ran in like a week. I can take a piece of damage to you. That actually is nice. And actually the stamina management is working out the same now. Okay. A little bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. Cute. Yo, I actually ran out of stamina when I talked to Kikui there. And Buka. Is it Buka or Bucha? I don't know. So yeah, that Ulo mistake kind of sucked. But it happens sometimes. Alright. Now we get to do EB. Well, we get to attempt EB. There is roughly a 55% chance that I will get it. And I'm not talking about 50B, it's like I'm doing 2 different EB attempts, but since the 50B setup sometimes actually like scams you and only gives you 25.7% odds, I just even though that's probably position based, I just was like, okay, assuming that that happens 50% of the time, it's more like 40B. So assuming that it's like that, then what are the chances of me getting it if I do my 2 EB attempts? I figured it out to be about 55% roughly, which is better than 50%, which is the most important thing. We have the edge. We have a house edge or whatever it's called. I don't know. Can't remember the casino terminology. This is deep woods. We're in deep woods. Alright, time to hopefully get good RNG. Aw, okay, that was never gonna work. Get to try again, though. Ah, today was not the day. Yeah, so we will... I will note that we will lose 40 seconds because of that. Or like... Actually, no, more like a minute? I don't know. We'll lose a lot of time to that, but that's just RNG, so, you know. No, Gorko! Shut up, shut up, shut up. So, you know, there will just be days where we don't get EB. And we technically could try again and still have it save time, but that feels risky since we'll lose more time if we try again. So I'd rather just, like, continue from this point. Okay, that wasn't gonna make it. Okay, nice. But yeah. I mean, at least I know for 100% certainty, pretty much, that, well, I guess I should say 99% certainty, that at least on the first EB setup we did, we literally just got bad RNG. And the second one, we probably just got bad RNG too. I think I set it up how I always do. But yeah, all of these time losses are completely valid. Not much I could have really done differently. It just happens. Will the split be sub 5 though? No! It was exactly a minute, actually. Okay, I selected that text option a little weirdly. That was fast. Oh no! We died to angry bats. Wait, the camera didn't, like, turn towards Link there because otherwise the camera would have been in the wall. So it kind of just stopped, which is really funny. It was just like, yep, we're gonna have a still camera frame for the death cutscene this time. When usually that's not what happens. Okay, I did the file selection as if I was gonna bit safe again. It only loses, like, me like a second to do it like that, though. So, having the wrong muscle memory for that is the least of my worries for this run, honestly. Not that it's ideal, but, you know. Okay, nice. I'm glad that I haven't forgotten to break those boards yet. It's like part of my muscle memory now, which is good. Okay, I was a little bit close to the ledge for that spider jump right there. So I was worried that Link was just gonna try and hang off the ledge and then the Bokoblin was gonna like kill me or whatever. It was fine. A little bit risky, but it's fine. Okay. I definitely could do that shot faster, but it's hard to do fast. Oh, it unequips my slingshot. Okay. You could probably hear I tried to equip my slingshot, but I cancelled it with a roll soon enough. Is this gold pace? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, and I kind of like that it's hard to tell. Takes the pressure off. Okay, that Stalfos fight was not the best right there. Could have been a lot better. I was thinking too much about how this could gold. By less than a second, we did. Yeah, can definitely improve that gold by a couple seconds. But that is pretty nice. Yeah, gotta walk forward a few steps before using the beetle. Okay, that beetle flight was a little bit jank. Oh, okay, I thought that was going to be a cutscene. I went right under the spider again. I forgot to take wide lines. That was so risky. Oh my goodness, that would have been so bad. I guess as long as we're running fast, we're fine. But, oh my goodness. Yeah, now I'll just do my normal movement here. Because that's what I figured out works best for me. Alright. That was good. That was good. Alright, time for vines. Is it an unpopular opinion to say that vines are kind of satisfying to get correctly? Probably. Wait, that movement was so weird. I needed to equip Slingshot. We're fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I, like, jumped off of the ledge and then back on and then equipped the beetle. H. Ah, okay. H. think that went pretty well. I don't know how many darts I got. Wait, is this gonna be a gold? Okay, not quite. But still, I think that was pretty good. That time loss is probably just Girahim RNG, honestly. Alright, time to go right up to the crest and Skyward strike it. Yo, I did a front hop into the water. I heard the water splash. Oh right, we have 50 seconds to save here. Did I miss a Found Dive? I might have. That's exciting. Da, 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 da. And we get the tablet playing sound effect, which we don't usually get to hear. Like this. Da, da, da. It was funny, like, there is a streamer I watch who made a game in a kind of like a retro Zelda games engine called Zelda Classic, where you can make games in the art style of like NES Zelda, Link to the Past, stuff like that. And one of the sound effects he used for getting an item was that tablet get sound effect. It was like da 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 da, and I was like, why does that sound familiar, but I don't know where it's from? And then I realized, like, much later on that it was actually just getting the tablet in Skyward Sword, and I was like, oh. Because he also used, like, the stamina fruit, like, sound effect as well. It was all super familiar. That sound effect is interesting. But yeah, I only ever got to hear it in casual playthroughs before I ran this category. So pretty cool. There's some stuff that, like, I see in this category that before I ran this I, like, hadn't seen since casual playthrough. We're really, like, getting to see all the game here. Okay, what? I guess I didn't side hop properly. That was weird. Okay, that was awkward. I needed to have file 3 selected there, but should have worked. Okay, it did. Yeah, so because of some flags, we activated it in Skyview, which was breaking the boards. We get to raise that pedestal quickly back in time, because we set that flag in Skyview. Okay, hopefully that was okay. Maybe should have waited a little longer, but I was feeling a little bit unconfident with my queue. Okay, it was fine. Yeah, I was feeling really, like, not confident with that. Elbin Pillar. Now we get the tunic, which means we can also ignore that glitch cutscene, I guess. Yeah, so because we saved there, we now get the tunic, which means we can like load into the sky instantly when we call our Loftwing in back in time. Oh no, the Boko had the TikTok attention span. Unfortunate. Boko was looking at his phone, yeah. I like to make this joke every time, it doesn't get old. Hey, Yal. Have a normal speedrun with a normal amount of luck. Thank you, I suppose? We didn't get EB, and with the, like, the setup I'm using for, like, trying for EB, there's, like, a 55% chance of me getting it or not, so I guess not getting it is relatively normal? I don't know. Oh, right, it is Friday the 13th. True. I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh. That's why I was struggling to, like, get a run going. It's because it's Friday the 13th. Duh. Of course. There'll be 3 of them this year. Good to know. Okay, I was worried I didn't select file 2 there. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Yal. Oh, the shaking! It's nauseating! Oh no. And then it'll shake again. Yeah, the shaking is really violent during this. Okay, nice. Didn't run out of stamina. Okay, nice. Didn't accidentally start file 1. And I remembered to press C. That was good. Okay. Song of the Hero skip. Pog. It's cool doing that RBM to skip Song of the Hero because I did actually watch like 2-hour Any%, like Any% back in like early 2020 one time, and I saw that they did this RBM. It's like the fact that I'm doing that RBM now is cool in this run. Wait, I forgot that I was starting file 3. Whee! Song of the Hero skip in 2026. Yeah, this category gets to do it. Is a phone autocorrect messing you up? Oh no. But yeah, no, it is really cool to like see that RBM done in like 6-year-old runs and then like actually do it myself in this category. It's like I'm experiencing a thing that people used to experience all the time. I don't know. Alright, hopefully I can go into the zipper the way I usually do. I've found a kind of consistent way to do this for myself. To not get stuck in the zipper, so hopefully I can just get that. I might have not needed to do that flip. Yeah, I definitely didn't need to do that last flap. Yeah, I call like there, and then I angle my Wii Remote down. Okay, I went kind of off to the right there, but as you can see, I didn't get stuck in the zipper. Where is the Elden Pillar? Okay, there it is. A little bit scary, but we're good. Yeah, exactly, 64. We will be opening that big door in Sealed Temple in bit. Twice, actually. Alright, we're getting up to Earth Temple, and Earth Temple was something I practiced for like an hour today, so... I might have figured out a way to do the cutscene skip in ET, which actually works for me. Like, I tried to make my own visual cues for it. So hopefully that can go well. Also, I practiced the Gravestone RBM again. I actually ended up looking at Thunderbolt's any % world record, tried to copy the movement, and whilst I kind of can, it's very risky the way he like starts the file at the end for me, so I'm gonna do it slightly safer because I'm looking to have consistency in this category rather than optimizing every single little thing. Like, that can come later. If I do get to a point where I feel like my run is decently optimized, which might not even happen. Like, it's a long category. Yeah, would it not be faster to RBM it if it was only once? Because I remember you were like, yeah, specifically the fact that we have to RBW into that horde door twice is the reason why that's useful to RBM it. But yeah, it was still really cool to like do a deep dive on the Gravestone RBM because now I can I got a lot more consistent at the like hop off of the bridge. I don't know, I just have new like cues on how to do this movement, which is good. Nice. Yeah, like that felt good. That felt good. Okay, it was really hot in my room, so I opened my window slightly, but now there's like quite a breeze. And I don't have a cutscene to... The next cutscene I can close it in is like harp. It'll be a little bit chilly in it. It'll be a little bit nippy. Yeah, took an extra little second there to make sure I could start my file okay. But that was pretty clean. That is pretty much everything I could have asked for. That was really good. For my standards. The fact that we already have to bit save at the behind the temple statue. Yeah, true. For the Elden RBW. Yeah, I'm really glad we got the Elden RBW like with the out of bounds movement in this route, because I remember thinking like, yeah, there's a lot of potential in doing that in normal mode. No more digging mittens for us. I like how the platform cycles with the cutscene actually kind of work out nicely here in normal mode without the camera turning strat. Okay, nice. Alright. Gotta make sure Link is on camera so I don't, like, go into lava. Okay, he was. Okay, that was kind of close. I do feel, like that movement just right now, the last minute of movement in the start of ET, it just feels slightly cleaner than it used to be, which is a really nice feeling. Like this segment. Feels like it's been given a new coat of paint, I don't know. whatever metaphor you want to give for it. It feels quite good. Okay, my hand was a little bit shaky on the reset button there. I mean, this run has been decently good so far. I only just lost 15 seconds to messing up the Erla strat, which is harder on normal mode. And, you know, didn't get EB, which is just RNG, so, like, this run is, all things considered, pretty good. Like, I can't expect every split to be perfect, so honestly, pretty good run. Okay. Took an extra couple seconds to make sure I was properly in line with the gravestone, since I did not like Link's position there. And I'm really glad I did, because there was a chance that didn't work, and I didn't want to risk it. So again, it's all about consistency for me. Want to make sure I just don't make major mistakes, and if it costs me a few seconds in order to do that, then I will gladly take that. Okay, let's try my visual cue. Let's go! It worked. So yeah, that's how I do that cutscene skip now. And I've had really good consistency with it, and I'm so happy because I never had good consistency with it before. Okay, nice. The Lizalfos didn't bunch up together. So you are dangerously close to the heart. Okay, I almost got the heart with my sword there, but we're fine. Wow, this is gonna be a big gold. Wait, hold on. This split was really good, honestly. This is the bomb bag split I've been wanting for a long time. Let's go. All the practice paid off immediately. I wasn't even expecting it to pay off immediately. I was expecting it to take a few runs, but I got the gold I was looking for. And now my sum of best is sub 301. It's nearing sub 3, making me wonder if sub 3 is possible in this category. If sub 3 is doable. Probably. Alright. Yeah, and I have like 8 slingshot seeds, which is the exact amount that's the optimal amount I should have, so no need to get a slingshot refill. Whoa, I like rolled into that cutscene really good actually. Oh wait, I have 2 minutes of time save on the split. Let's go. I forgot that I lost 2 minutes last run on the split. Unexpected time loss. Dare? Whoa, the camera like panned weirdly when I started that roll. Was it because I was holding the direction on my nunchuck beforehand, so the camera like does the weird like interprets your control stick in a different direction thing? It's like how some people hold a specific direction out of the Knight Academy doors in any percent so that they can like buffer the direction that they're gonna roll in before the camera properly pans around. I don't know how to describe it. All I can think about when I do that boulder rolling section is that there's a tiny, like, face of that slope that is slippery at the very end that you can slip on and mess up that boulder section too. And I've seen people slip on it before, and I'm, like, just waiting for the day that that happens to me. Just randomly. Because I know that that piece of collision is there. I know that the slippy collision is there. I'm waiting to be its next victim. Nice. Alright. Another thing that I did in practice was I actually mapped out places I can damage down during the Scaldera fights to save time on. So I'm gonna try that this run. And also hopefully get the 4 cycle, of course. That short text box is like a check to see if you're actually paying attention. Wow, your thumbs like press the A button a lot in Skyward Sword. I'm gonna give my right hand a little shake. Probably could have done finger stretches today, but whatever. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, so... Oh, I didn't get the first damage down. I wasn't close enough. That's fine. Okay, that will have worked, I'm pretty sure. Okay, nice. That's 1 heart of damage. Okay, I'm pretty sure that worked. And then we have to kind of run in a circle. You can damage down in between those phases, but it's risky, so I don't want to go for it. Okay. And then run into the front of Scaldera, spin attack to get the fire away, and then damage down with a bomb. And that will save me a bit of time. Ah, okay. I was a little bit slow on one of the phases or something. But it means I can damage down even more. Okay. The eye moved right as I was about to immediately spin attack it, yeah. Okay, missed the 4 cycle, but damage down optimally. So now I don't have to do any of that. So, despite not getting the optimal strats for Scaldera for normal mode, still, like, a decent split. Still not bad, honestly. Oh, is this just gonna be a gold anyway? Because of my damaging down strats? Does it really save that much time? No way. Oh my goodness. Okay, well this is improvable by 15 more seconds. And we're 2.5 minutes ahead, yay. Dude, and it could have been 40 seconds faster with extending blow too. Actually, no, a minute faster, optimally. Expected time loss, more like, I don't know, 30 seconds of gold. Impa has a fingerless glove on her left hand, but not her right hand. I wonder why that is. Zelda's going into a portal that kind of looks like the Gate of Time. Do they ever explain what that portal truly is? I don't know. Oh look, it's the Twilight Princess Twilight squares in the background. Whoa. I don't know what else to call them. It totally reminds me of Twilight Princess. That bit. I don't realize this section of cutscenes is like 4.5 minutes, but it doesn't feel... I suppose I never noticed it was 4.5 minutes because you do technically get this little bit of gameplay in between them. So it like gets broken up a little bit. Ba-da-ba. Yeah, is Zelda standing there like a memory, or... I don't know. Here's some cinematic camera shots here. Okay, yeah, we do need to save at this prompt. Alright, and we are out of Earth Temple. The fiery one from Skyward Sword and not the spooky one from Wind Waker. Alright, and now for the Linear Pillar RBM. I've noticed that I've messed up the movement here and, like, not done the bit save. Because in order to get to the Linear Pillar really fast when the Loftwing is slow, we want to save our file a bird statue here whilst we're back in time. Okay. A little bit of weird movement there. Okay, I did that movement so weirdly again. Probably need to practice it, but I only lost like a couple seconds to it. It was just a little bit like, ugh. You know, it felt a little bit wobbly, if that makes sense. Okay. Maybe could have done an extra roll there, but nah. Okay, entering this cutscene with file 2, so that I can get a visual cue for the RBM a little bit better, so that I can time it more optimally. Nice. And now we need to hold down right, I think it is? Yeah, down right. I want to know what, like, the optimal movement for this section is, because it's kind of awkward. I just kind of improvised it there. Like, are the lines I took... Is the line I took, like, kind of really close to the bazaar the optimal thing to do there? Because I don't know. Just kind of did that based on vibes. I was about to split. I don't split here in this category. Alright. Welcome to Lanayru Mine, which shares flags with Lanayru Desert, which is very useful, because what we're going to do is we are going to RBM the fact that we have talked to the Temple of Time statue, and that means that we can, like, go into the back door of Lanayru Mining Facility, and get the harp early. So we can technically beat Lanayru Mining Facility early, even though, for the All Dungeons category in this game, they don't allow this for, they don't count this as beating, LMF. So that you get to actually, like, do the dungeon. Alright, this RBM is a little bit awkward, but nothing too terrible about it, I guess. We just gotta really avoid looking at a specific pumpkin patch, otherwise Fi will tell us to plant the life tree seedling because of some flags we have on one of our files. Or a flag, rather. Oh, I didn't go over the bridge. Oopsies. Okay, kind of messed up my movement there. As something I have to practice. Okay. Ugh. I decided to try and be as fast as possible and just select whatever file I had selected, and then go back and then select file 3. But it was a little bit risky. I don't know what happens if you select Betrot's house with the... if you go into Betrot's house with the wrong file. Oh, yo, I cancelled Betrot's Raw because I was selecting my files a bunch. Let's go. I didn't even know you could do that. I knew you could do it with striking the goddess crest and the goddess statue, but I didn't know you could cancel out Betrot's Raw by just giving the game too much audio to deal with, so it just like chooses to cancel out the Raw. Okay, that was a bit awkward. Alright. A little bit awkward there, but as good as I could have expected, honestly, considering I didn't practice that specifically. We'll practice that for next time, maybe. Get the movement down for that RBM. At least I remembered to commit the RBM by shooting the eye of that statue to make sure that the flag actually sets. Now, is this gonna be a gold? I don't know. Wow, we're kind of high up right now. I must have angled my Loftwing up. Want to get the shortest pillar cutscene possible. Yo, hi Ore. Thanks for the good luck. Kwa to you as well. Fire's Goddess keep text. Oh, does that cutscene put you in a specific position? I didn't know that. I see. That makes sense then. Doesn't want you to be too close down to the clouds. Oh wow, this is a big gold. And I can gold it by more. Okay, be right back. Going to the bathroom. Oh wait, do I have time to close my window? Maybe. Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, no, I had plenty of time, because you don't actually have to press A there when you get the harp, so... you actually have, like, a really good amount of time. You have the same amount of time, without having to do an input as the Gate of Time cutscene here. It's 1 minute and 40 seconds. Oh wait, no, it was left that I was meant to click there. No, I lost like 3 frames or whatever. I mean, both up and left as text options are really short window time loss. The Gate of Time cutscene without the Gate of Time. True, they're both like Gate of Time cutscenes. Hey, Zach is back. Thanks for the good luck. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. My Friday's been okay so far. Yeah, hope you've been having a good Friday as well. Oh man, we were so close to sub 130 harp there. We can definitely get that if we polish up our Retro RBM. Gate of Time is supposed to be there, but it doesn't spawn because we never entered LMF. Oh, okay, I kind of forgot that. Okay. Yay, we got the cutscene skip. And I remembered to like turn on my cue, metronome cue for it. Joyous. Exactly. Whole point of the cutscene is that Impa destroys the Gate of Time right after she and Zelda go through it. Yeah, I know. There's 2 Gate of Times and there's 1 there. I know. It's just that when I'm in a speedrun, I like forget specific details about cutscenes because I'm not thinking about like the story of the game. Sometimes I'm just thinking about the run. That is a cool cutscene. Wait. I said no. Oh my goodness. No, I don't want to go to Lanayru Mine. Thank you very much. Okay. Motion controls weren't the best there. This run is so ahead that we could fail Harpstrom RBM once, and it could still PB. I didn't even think we could still do that, but we can. But yeah, sub 130 Harp is definitely something that we can look forward to in the future. Dude, I was thinking I was about to do Harpstrom RBM because I was talking about it. No, mine's Bitwarp. I need to stop talking about RBMs that I'm not doing right now, because then I start doing the wrong RBM. This has happened before. I know myself well. Also, I don't want to do risky bit warps in the riskier version of bit warping in this category, again, for the consistency reason. Whoa, I didn't auto-roll. That wasn't what was meant to happen. Wait, what's RNG minute for the complete lack of RNG for the rest of the run? I may have missed the joke. Oh, the mistake of saying no to landing. That is a really funny mistake. I'm not even mad about it because it was just funny. Put a smile on my face. I mean, there is a Levias, which is RNG, I'm pretty sure, in the direction he goes in, and that affects the fast strats for Bylosite. So there's that. One thing I really like about all the Skyward Sword categories I've ran is that there's not a huge amount of RNG in them. Like, there's Extending Blow, sure. There's, like, Levias. I guess there's those, like, bomb drops in Restricted Bit that you want to get. But, like, really, this game doesn't have, like, the worst, like, RNG choke points in the world, which I really appreciate. I am not an RNG fan. Okay. Didn't do the best stamina management there. But yeah, I mean, like, there is not very much RNG in the rest of this run at all, to be honest. Other than Levias, I can't really think of anything. The tricks, a lot of the... I mean, most of the back in time tricks you do in this run pretty much void of RNG. If I was a fan of RNG and speedrunning, I would speedrun Minecraft. I know that there's like a Minecraft ranked thing that a lot of people are doing. Alright, gotta save and quit, and we gotta leave Skyview to do Fast Baron bit. Go outside is the same button as going to the sky, and I know that that's always top left, so good memorization. AKA totally reading Japanese. Alright, Joyous. Let's do Hopstrom RBM. Joyous? You said joyous earlier, Ore, and it's I caught the joyousness. I was about to press up on my nunchuck. It summons you. There are actually times... Actually, wait, let me make sure I get this. Okay, we're good. There are actually, like, times where people haven't said my IRL name, but it sounded like they did, and so I was like, huh? Like, in my head. Like, you know, it's like a, you get like a, I don't know if it's adrenaline, but you're like, what? You know. What are those, like, symbols where Bruce has a text box that's, like, all the same symbol? Whoa. The funny lights video, and I just wasn't responding to anyone. Yeah, for context, there was this video called, like, I Heard You Like Polyrhythms, and it was like brrrm, 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 and then it like looped back around because it was a polyrhythm, and then someone made like a visual adaptation of it with like colorful lights, and it just like it puts you in a trance. I don't know. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I remember watching that and just being like, I don't know, just completely unaware of the world. Alright, let's select file 1 at the right time. Ah, I pressed it very slightly late. That's okay, that's just a 15-second time loss. This video changed you as a person. Okay. Actually, no, I think that's a 20-second time loss. Yeah, unfortunate, but I'd rather just err on the side of safety. Or on the side of caution, rather, and just lose 20 seconds rather than lose, like, a few minutes. The window for selecting file 1 there is pretty lenient. I'm just playing it ultra safe. Okay, nice. Right. Don't open file select until the cutscene starts. There we go. Okay, my strum was a little bit awkward there, but I think that was good because I heard the lowest note on the harp there. So I think that is confirmation that worked. See, I lost a little bit of time to the selecting file 1 late, but again, I was just playing it really safe. I think I split there. Bruce Pog. I'm curious, when other people do hops from RBM, do they have a cue to tell if it worked before they get confirmation that it worked? 'Cause, like, how my cue is, like, hearing the lowest note that the harp plays. To be like, yeah, that probably worked. Well, I guess it's kind of unique to this category, because this category, you don't get to know if that RBM worked for, like, 7 minutes. Don't really have a cue, just gut feeling? Okay. I guess my brain likes things to be very neatly categorized a lot of the time, and so in this case it just means, like, it likes to have a cue to kind of guess if it worked or not. Because I like knowing things. I like having knowledge that something probably worked. Okay, I messed up my movement and couldn't run there. Ooh, okay. I almost opened the splash screen there. I do enjoy knowing just in general. Yeah, knowing is cool. Knowledge is fun. Understanding things often makes me less, like, worried about them, I feel. Okay. My movement during this RBM was not very good. So, that's okay. But that's okay. Everything went pretty smoothly. And apparently we're still golding by like 4 seconds, so you know what? Sure. Okay, gotta place the bomb about there. Oh, that didn't work. Really? Okay, I'm just doing a timed bomb throw. I'm not wasting any more bombs. Might need to practice that. Oh yeah, Matchy on screen! I need to develop like a proper visual cue to place the bomb down for that. Or I could just convert to timed bomb throws. Alright, now we get to use our Loftwing as a bus system. It's time. I get to combine my special interests of transport and Skyward Sword all in one. Okay, that was pretty good. Making sure to push my nunchuck in a little bit there. Felt a little bit loose. Oh no, I ran out of stamina. Okay, well, that's the first time that's happened this run, so that's fine. Alright, is Jank Jump gonna work? Yes, it is! My notches are correct this time, yay! Honestly feels like RNG. Even though it's not RNG by technicality. Because holding up can vary in what direction you go depending on your nunchuck calibration in this game. Kind of feels like RNG, you know. Okay, and I don't have to wait for my stamina. What? I didn't even know you could do that. Okay. I didn't even know you could land on there. I guess it makes sense. Skyward Sword has collision in places where you just never expect there to be collision. There's a pipe on the roof of the West Wing room in LMF that you can just stand on if you use Moon Jump to get up there. Should probably set my angle with that wall, I just thought. Okay, nice. Did it my way this time? Dude, now I've got the Frank Sinatra song in my head. Oh, I almost voided that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're fine. I like how I've seen more than one person call the split where they get the minecart into position in any percent Minecraft. I like that I can just backflip into that loading zone. And yes, confirmation that the RBM worked. Let's go. Okay, this run is actually really good. KitKat? Yeah, I remember KitKat named it Minecraft. Or, I mean, I don't remember because I wasn't in the community, but I've, like, watched back some of his old VODs. At some point where it said Minecraft on that split, or just saw it in a clip or something. Hey. That's a lot of text here. Alright, time to die to 2 different versions of the Imprisoned to get a bunch of flags early, so that we can do some sequence breaks. Yippee! Ow. Okay, rolling straight for the first stomp there is super optimal. I haven't done that before. I was just like I was just like autopiloting that. Not muscle memory, because I don't have muscle memory for that, but yeah, I was fast. Okay, I was worried I was gonna fall off. Okay, up, then right, then down, left. Okay, I didn't select it wrong. Because right is like the later on bosses, I guess, that you're selecting. Yeah, because he said 2 in his text, so that's how you know. The Imprisoned 2. Wait, no, he probably wouldn't have called it the Imprisoned 2, would he? Is Imprisoned 2 ever officially called Imprisoned 2 in the game? Or do NPCs, or does the Thunder Dragon just call it like the second iteration of the Imprisoned or something? I don't know. Something a bit more formal. Stomp. Stomp. Yeah, so losing a little bit of time because, I don't know. Oh, the bomb, like, thing with the rock. The second time you face the Imprisoned. Okay. Because there was a 2 in his text in Japanese there. I just want to say I'm so grateful for the fact that I was really struggling with my mindset and considering just stopping stream earlier, and how this run has just become like so much faster than I would have imagined. And now I feel so much better now. I think I was feeling a little bit stressed earlier as well. And I feel so much better now. So I'm super grateful for that. Let's try 2 flat Farron dive. Okay, slightly to the right. Alright, perfect. 2 flaps. I've got a better visual cue for where I should put Link when I do 2 flat Farron dive. Okay, forgot to skip the cutscene. Remember to select file 2 here. Because file 1 will crash, I'm pretty sure. Don't remember why. Oh, probably because of early boss rush. Because it'll try to load the wrong layer of seal grounds in bit, maybe? And then... like, that, you can't do that, or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Do we want to press C there? Okay, yeah, we do. Wait. Oh, we don't have the right amount of bombs to die. We'll just die to the Octorok. It was because we messed up the bomb throw earlier. It's unfortunate, but it's whatever. Calibration! Okay. I don't know, I was just being silly. I pulled a bomb. I realized you have to deal with that in this part. Whoa, there was some lag there. Okay, yeah. Thankfully pressing B there didn't equip bombs. I don't know how, but it didn't, so we're good. Should I be starting my file a little bit earlier for that RBW if I want to do it optimally? Like, am I starting my file on the late side, or am I starting it at about the right point? Because I know I'm getting it every time, but I'm wondering if I'm erring on the side of late, and that one run I'll just mess it up. Should probably look at when other people do the RBW maybe. Okay, nice. I had a visual cue in my head for where the log was. Avoiding the light fruit. Again, I think that's slightly faster, possibly. I will read that in a second, 64, when I get to the cutscene. As soon as you finish stabbing the sword... Wait, I can read it now. As soon as you finish stabbing the sword into the trial gate... What do you mean by finish stabbing the sword? Like, as in... just when Link's animation of stabbing the sword in finishes? Because I don't usually pay that much attention to that, I guess. My visual cue for the RBW is, like, when the screen, like, goes all, like, blurry for a brief second. Can you start, like, as soon as that happens? So, a little bit earlier than I did. Okay, nice. Yeah, losing a little bit of time here because of the bomb thing, but that's because of a mistake we made earlier. Not a huge deal. Don't really go off of visual cue, you kind of just got used to a certain timing. Okay. Wow, I can gold that split for sure. This time I can wait a little bit before the final heart of damage. Okay, nice. There'll be another set of chews here, so I go to the left. I want to be about this angle. Nice, okay. I did actually practice fence hop a little bit because I was worried about the voiding out soft lock, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't actually get the soft lock to work, so I don't know what causes the soft lock. Where Link is just voiding out repeatedly on the ground next to the fence. Like, I even landed on that patch of ground and I couldn't get the soft lock to happen. Oh, I thought I wasn't gonna bonk for sure that time. Alright, Ancient Cistern. Don't think you've ever seen a soft lock at the fence there. I swear there was one in Rando that was like... I swear it was like patched for Rando or something. Like there was like a way to like infinitely void... have Link like infinitely void out on this piece of ground next to the fence when people were doing fence hop and like it got patched or something. Like I swear that was a thing. Oh no, I talked to the eye dude. Sparrowt. I forgot to take lines more to the right. Okay, I need to be wary of that. I totally forgot about him. Buy seeds! Yay! And this will allow us to... This will allow us to escape the Coloctos fight in the boss rush later on, which we very much need to do for this route to work. Which we will see later on. Okay, nice. Got that silver rupee. Right. Oh, I almost got hit by the lily pad. I wouldn't have died. I would have only taken a quarter of a heart, I think, but still. Scary. You can very easily get hit by a lily pad there. I don't need to press C there. Oops. Guess it's very minimal time loss, if any. Alright, next, Fi is going to tell us about a new shortcut we unlocked, I guess. Oh, I need to close the map. And then, now we're going to open the Gate of Time early. By, RBMing it. Fun fact about that, like, shortcut area I was just in. There is a way to do early Lake Floria glitchless by running up a Moblin's shield at a very specific angle and like just about grabbing onto that ledge by the log. I think it was allowed for a glitchless rule set someone made. It seems difficult. I don't know, but I guess it's probably not RNG. It seems really difficult though. But it's cool that it works. Gotta select file 1 a little bit later there to avoid Thunderhead cutscene. Okay, the pillar's over there. Nice. Did it in 2 flaps. Need to select file 1, then skip the cutscene. And here we are. Alright, gotta focus a little bit just to make sure I get this correctly. Since it's very easy for me to mess this up. Okay. Okay, open file select immediately to avoid the cutscene. So I guess we have to have file 3 set up in order to do that. Other files would not work. Wait, select file 2. Okay, there we go. That wasn't the fastest. Okay, we can do the frame saver there. Start a file. If you couldn't start your file there, I would have been so like annoyed. I would have been like, I didn't know that you couldn't start your file there. One time I tried to start my file before the bed loading zone, but that it does not work the same way with that. There is a trick in this game called bed trick, which is frame perfect. And if you're slightly early or like late on it, you can accidentally perform a reverse bit warp. All I was trying to do is a very small time save by starting my file before a loading zone because it seems to make the load shorter. I don't know why, but that's a thing. And then I was like, "What? Link is out of bounds. I didn't know that you didn't want to start your file there." Well, not start your file, but like press the start button. Okay, that worked. I was making sure to take my thumb off of the control stick. Hey, okay. Cool cutscene. And now we are in cutscene heaven. Cubes. Dude, the like sheen on the Gate of Time there is really cool. Should probably stand up and stretch a little bit. Groose. Let's go. He's back. Bing. The way Link just kind of runs into this, and like there's like cogs, and it just kind of looks like he's running on an invisible floor. I mean, he is, but you know, in the universe. Dude, I thought I accidentally paused my timer for a second. If I did, I would have just had to run with no timer. Wait, I have to talk to you. Alright, so, this is the part of the run where we get a lot of cutscenes. Like, really a lot. Oh my gosh, nice bonk. So, it's yapping time. This is the section of the run where we yap about stuff. What do I have to yap about? It's hard. There's like a bunch of things I'm thinking about, but like I have to pick one. I guess one thing, with my video editing project almost being done now, what I'm working on right now with the Echoes of Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Ice Supercut, is I'm working on a little like end credits kind of thing, to it. Which I'm not gonna spoil. Also, I definitely don't want to spoil it because Outer Wilds and Echoes of the Eye are very spoiler-heavy games. I mean, they're both the same game, but I kind of think of Echoes of the Eye as like a separate game rather than a DLC. It feels like an insult to call it a DLC, almost. But yeah, I am excited to do that because once I finish that section, then all I have to do is watch through the entire video, the entire playthrough supercut, which is like 3 hours long, and then it will be the finishing touches being made with Joash after that, and then it will be done. And I was planning on it being, and in typical large project fashion, I was planning on it being done like in late January, and then it wasn't done in late January. But I'm kind of like glad in a way that I timed it the way I did, because if I finished it too early, I would have been like in between projects, and I really struggle with that when I don't have something to fixate on. It can be difficult to like get interested in something again. So the fact that I don't have that issue right now and just delayed finishing a project is nice. The goddess sword turned into the true master sword, holy moly. Yeah, and I guess, as I said earlier, I'm super excited to play more Phantom Hourglass to hopefully try out the rando in time before I do a multi-world. I mean, I don't have to. If I don't beat the game in time, that's fine. But I've been so enjoying playing Phantom Hourglass on my 3DS casually, because it's like it's just so cute. Like I can just like, I don't know, when the world gets too much, I can just put my phone in another room, sit down, and just turn on my 3DS and like use a stylus to play a Zelda game from 2007. It's just so cozy playing that game. It's very good escapism. I don't know. It's like when you play a game, and it's not nostalgia because, you know, it's my first time playing, but it's like when you play a game and it just feels comfy when you play it. That's how it feels playing Phantom Hourglass. I'm enjoying it, honestly. Enjoying it quite a lot. I want to try and get all of the heart piece, well, I guess there's not heart pieces in the game. I want to try and get all of the heart containers and all of the, like, main collectibles if I want to try out Rando. However, I don't want to get all the ship parts because that's just, like, cosmetic, so I'm not going to bother to, like, put a ton of effort into doing that. But yeah, game's really fun. Having a lot of fun with it. I think what helps is the fact that, like, my main speed game is Skyward Sword, a game where you use motion controls, and the first time I played Skyward Sword, I really, like, struggled to use the motion controls correctly. And in late 2023, when I started doing Rando, people taught me little things about how to use the motion controls optimally, and, like, little techniques that you can use to make it easy on yourself. And that just opened so many doors for me in this game, because it made me enjoy the motion controls so much more, and now I'm actually, like, now it's actually, like, really enjoyable. And I guess in Phantom Hourglass I was just like, okay, there is gonna be some, like, nuancedness to this, like, control scheme with the stylus. But, you know, I just gotta embrace it. Gotta make sure that my hand is covering the bottom screen of my 3DS. But, like, I just thought I gotta embrace it, because even though it might not be, like, the most ideal control scheme ever for a lot of people, it's cute, you know? It's just, it's a new thing, and that you get to experience. I guess, well, it's not new, but it's new to me. And, you know, you just gotta embrace it as much as possible and, like, give it a chance, because you might enjoy it. And I think me 5 years ago wouldn't have given it as much, like, okay, I didn't select that very fast. Wouldn't have given it as much, like, I don't know, chances as I do now. But now that I have so much Skyward Sword gameplay that I've done in my head, I'm able to, like, give, like, alternate control schemes a proper try without judging it too much. And that feels really good. So yeah. And would you look at that, the cutscenes are done. I yapped them away. It's actually the optimal strat. When you get a long cutscene and you're streaming a speedrun, just literally just start yapping, and then it'll be done soon. Easy peasy. But yeah, having a lot of fun with Phantom Hourglass. I feel like just yapping about something cool that's been happening recently also, like, helps calm me down. Helps regulate me. I gotta select file 3. Like, if I'm feeling stressed, yapping about something random I'm interested in is just nice. Okay, I almost did the Thunderhead cutscene like last time. Alright, nice. Gotta reload the academy so that we go back onto the right state of Skyloft. Because Back in Time puts you in a very weird state of Skyloft where the colors are all, like, washed out. Washed out is the word I've heard people describe the colors as, so we gotta reload it. Because I believe you can't activate Back in Time on the other state of Skyloft, so yeah. Alright, now we are going to RBM getting the Ballad of the Goddess, so we will get the Ballad of the Goddess early. I don't know, what really counts as early at this point? We've done so many sequence breaks with Back in Time that it's like, what does early even mean anymore? Like, we're 2.5 hours into the run. I'm pretty sure no bit would have done this by now. Gotten the Ballad of the Goddess, but I don't know. Early in the context of our file, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna do 3 flaps this time. Don't want to risk it too much. I could start doing 2 flaps every time, but I'd risk missing a Farron dive, which would be 50 seconds of time loss. And I did say earlier that I am going for consistency, so I only want to really do 2 flaps when I'm comfortable. And I missed the Farron dive. Okay. I was just talking about how I'm doing 3 flaps for consistency, and then boom. I just missed the Farron dive. Well, this run has been pretty, like, really good for my standards up to this point, so something was gonna happen eventually, I feel. Oh, we got the slower cutscene. Yeah, we'll lose like a minute on this split, but that's okay. Almost forgot to skip the cutscene quickly. Need to get into the habit of doing that. Okay, is file 2. Actually, maybe we're gonna lose less than a minute. Maybe my gold is just bad. I'm a bit close to the circle there. Okay, my gold is just bad. I guess I can improve my gold by 30 seconds then. Dang, okay. Well, that barely looks like a time loss then. But we did mess up a Farron dive, so that is like 50 seconds of time loss at least on that split. So I gotta note that. It looks like barely anything, but yeah. This run can definitely be improved upon, though it is very good for my standards at the moment, which I'm happy about. Such a step up from last time, like, dang. I'm gonna jinx it, probably. Which is fine. Just gonna focus on what to do next, which is the sailcloth skip RBM. We are going to enter Lake Floria and RBM Gossip Stone appearing. And that is going to set the flag for all the doors in the Knight Academy being unlocked. Normally you would have to get the sailcloth for that to happen, which is why, hence the name, we call it sailcloth skip RBM in this route spreadsheet, I guess. Nice, got 2 flaps. Yeah, I'm just doing 2 flaps or 3 flaps based on how confident I'm feeling. Remember to hold 2, let's go. Yeah, so on this state of the Seal Grounds where Groose lands, the gates to Farron Woods are actually closed, so we need to reload it with file 2, because file 2 will put it in a state where the gates will be open. And we really need to go to Farron Woods to do this, so... Well, we don't need to go to Farron Woods, we need to go to Lake Floria, but in order to get to Lake Floria, we need to go to Farron Woods. That was a lot of words. The stamina management here is really awkward. I should probably watch Yerbil run. Okay, almost messed that up. Yeah, I should probably watch a Yerbil run. Like Jasnix's record. Okay, hopefully that worked. That was a little bit different to usual. Okay, that was a long load. I am curious if, like, if the flag sets there after the text box or after the Gossip Stone appears. Like, does me clearing the text box matter for that RBM? I wonder. I gotta go in here. Yay, didn't collect the rupee. Gotta do that. Gotta bonk that to make the RBM work. I don't think clearing the text box is needed. Okay, so it is to do with the Gossip Stone appearing rather than the text box. Okay. I like clearing the text box for safety anyway, because I don't know for sure, but that's good to know, 64. I appreciate that knowledge. Yeah, the timing is weird. I try to start my file as soon as the happens. Kind of like how I'm just waiting for the charge sound in the Goddess Sword RBM. Because I haven't fully memorized the timing for a normal mode Skyward Strike. Okay, accidentally entered the right door. Time loss, oh no. But yeah, the timing is a little weird there since it's like an audio cue. Not the only audio cue RBM I've ever done, but yeah. But I got it, so I guess it's at least a little bit lenient. It would be nice to like see the flag set in Dolphin Memory Engine in real time and see like the red flash. I could do that some point, maybe. Look at that. Whoa, that was a Japanese character that Alan said there. That was like a box with an X in it. That was interesting. Alright, we are going to skip the Spiral Charge tutorial. Basically, we're going to say no to Owlin. We're gonna like give up on learning Spiral Charge. We're gonna reload the area with Waterfall Cave. So now if we die, our respawn point... Okay, I don't know why I did that like that. If we die, our respawn point is now this entrance right here. Now we're gonna say yes to Owlin, and then we are going to die into the void. And I think dying specifically into the void is required. But basically this will respawn us at Waterfall Cave. Now normally if you had the claw shots, you could just claw shot up to a high island and skip the trigger for the minigame. But we don't have the claw shots, so we are actually going to do something slightly different. Okay, good damaging down. Yeah, we are going to do a bit of a long dive. And we're going to call a Loftwing. And he'll always play this music. But now, we have skipped the Spiral Charge tutorial. If I get that dive at like a really good angle, I can get a better like spawn in the sky that's closer to this zipper right here. But yeah. If that Spiral Charge skip didn't work, I would have been like, and we missed it. And then I would have had to do the mini game for like the first time in 2 years or something. I play that dive very safe to make sure that I get it. I like wait a second or two longer than is actually required. second or two longer than I did in my timing. But yeah, we now want to fight Levias so that we can officially start the Song of the Hero quest. But we are gonna skip it. But we need this for the right state of sealed temple to load in, and I believe. Wait, I can look that up real quick. Yes. Yeah. The opened Gate of Time can appear on the State of Seal Grounds, Layer 5, which happens after Levias explains the Song of the Hero quest. And so, yeah, in order to do the end game stuff of this run that we are going to do, which is very clever and very unique, we are going to need to fight Levias first. And I'm glad I have that understanding, because there are some categories where I may not have as good of an understanding about the route, but this category I feel okay with my understanding about the route, since I spent extra time learning about, like, what each purpose is of the route, and, like, asking people lots of questions. Which I'm very grateful for the answers for. Haha, Scrapper can't catch us up, we just went through a zipper. And we should probably avoid the tornado that spawns around here by going a little bit more left. Okay, we avoided it. There is a tornado that usually spawns there. I'm pretty sure it's consistent, so I just fly a little bit left. I know you can technically hold Z to, like, make the tornado not load in and go straight to the Thunderhead, but it's kind of difficult, and I don't know if I have an 100% consistency with it, so I just don't worry about it. It's probably only like a few seconds saved. And again, this is all about consistency, baby. Yeah, so since I have a lower bomb count because I messed up the bomb throw in the Nehru Gorge, definitely wanted to be on 4 hearts here so that I could, like, die to Death Walk from Levias. Actually, I wanted to be on 3 hearts because if I use up all my bombs now, then I won't have any bombs to die with after RBWing into the Horde. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I can take damage to Bylosite intentionally, and then I'll have an extra bomb. Kind of awkward, my damage routing. That's why I don't want to waste bombs in the Nehru Gorge. That's probably why I just want to do the timed bomb throw for consistency, unless I can find a visual cue that properly works, which I might be able to. That's another thing. Oh, or we can just take damage right there. You know what? That works. Alright, can we hit Bylosite with the Loft Wing? Okay, no. You can't— I know that's possible, because I saw a clip of Deesh doing that in a 100% run. Oh, okay. Oh, that was close, I almost got hit. And then in phase 3, we're going to use Skyward Strikes at the very end to kill Bylosite, because it, like, does some fake outs in this phase, and I guess it's faster to do this. I could do a timing on this. I don't know how much time it would save to do this. I'll get damaged once intentionally to make this easier for myself, the damage routing. As you can see, my Skyward Strikes can be kind of weird directionally sometimes because Levias is turning. So not all of my Skyward Strikes will work because we are in the sky, like moving, so that makes physics a little weird. Oh my gosh. I probably need to stand further back in order to make these Skyward Strikes work. Okay. Not the best RNG in the world, but could have been worse. Yeah, I was going to say I was a bit far forward, yeah. I always forget that I can be a little bit too far forward for those Skyward Strikes. But I remembered this run. And Levias is better again, yippee! Alright, I'm just taking notes of stuff for me to practice for next time from this run. Practicing is fun, honestly. It's kind of nice to just sit down and just chill and mess around in this game and do some practice for a while. I did it a lot this afternoon. I don't plan on doing sessions that long most of the time. But, yeah. Hopefully can get some in before next time I run this as well. I want to get into practicing more. How close are we to the edge of the Thunderhead? Pretty far away, okay. So yeah, this is why I routed my damage like this. So that we can leave the Thunderhead quickly. Also nice, like, glitchy fall that Link did after I damaged down the first time. Yeah, so this time loss is basically just to RNG in this split. 20 seconds lost isn't the worst. I consider anything above 30 seconds lost on that split pretty bad. 20 seconds lost is on the bad side, but could always be worse. Of course. So, you know, not the worst. Oh, whoa, I got one of the Loftwing, like, charges before it came up. I don't know what the frame window is for that. Is it frame perfect using up a Loftwing charge before it comes up? Do you have a few frames? I don't know. Feels like a few frames, but I don't know. Wait. Fly to Linear Gorge, choose... Okay, Coloctos rematch. Right. I just had to remember what I was doing a little bit there. Okay, up, right, and upright. Up. Right. Then upright. Okay, yeah. And this bit's really cool, because now we are going to just say goodbye to Coloctos. Bye-bye. I'ma head out. I find it funny every time, honestly. Because of an RBM we did earlier. And now we really need this bird statue for the bit sequence we are about to do. Back in time shenanigans. That statue is really high up, and we want to load into the Horde, but with that statue's coordinates. Because the statue's position of being really high up and, like, at that point in the map is a really good position for the area we want to be in next. So we're gonna do this back in time sequence to Load into the Horde fight with that statue's coordinates. And that is the goal of what we're doing right now. See, another thing I like about the pacing of normal mode is that it's not super fast-paced like any %, so that when we are doing a certain trick or back in time, I can kind of explain what's going on a little bit more as it happens and like commentate it, which I find really fun. And also Skyward Sword can be confusing, so it's nice to just explain in simple terms what we're trying to achieve right now, since it can be confusing. I almost started my file too early. Oops. Also, I needed to remember to skip that cutscene. But yeah, no, like in any %, I'd struggle way more with being like, okay, so we're doing this, and then we're doing this, and then we're doing this, and then, we beat the game, oops. But in this category, it's like, I can actually, oh, oopsies, wrong file. In this category, I can actually take my time to, like, go, oh, we're doing this for this at some points, which is really nice. I'm enjoying doing that. Oh, okay. I guess selecting file 1 immediately there just works. I did not know that. Okay, that load was really long. Anyway, we're gonna skip all of the Horde fight and go straight to the final phase here. I guess my gold for the split can be variable based on if I deathwalk for Levias or not, so my gold might not always be accurate for this. Okay, I'll just damage down to you. How many bombs have I got? 2. Okay, and then we could just about hear Girahim's like fence unlocking there, which means we are good to save. And then die. And yippee, we technically just completed the Horde. Technically. But anyway, now we're really far away from Lanayru Gorge, so we want to get back to Lanayru Gorge so that we can do the exact same back in time sequence that we just did, except now we want to like load into the Girahim 3 fight. So yeah, we're gonna do that. But because we used like the Kaloctos boss rush to like get the statue for that, I'm going the wrong way. We need to like clear our boss rush flags or something like that. So that just means we need to die in a boss rush fight. So we need to go back to Lanayru Gorge to do that right now. We are gonna get slapped in the face by Girahim 1 to do this. Every time I explain this section of the run, since I explain it pretty often, I like to, I don't know, change up how I say it each time to keep it fresh, because, you know, to people who understand this game, I guess it could be like repetitive, me explaining like how the category works, but I do have fun. I do have fun doing it. Like I want this understanding this run to be as accessible to as many people as possible. I don't want it to be like, oh, in order to understand what I'm doing, you have to be a part of the Skyward Sword community. Sorry. Like, nah. I want as many people as possible to be able to be like, oh, that's what we're trying to do here, like vaguely, even if just vaguely, because even though a lot of the tricks in Skyward Sword can seem quite overwhelming, you know, it is possible to understand even without like computer science knowledge and stuff. If I can do it, I believe other people can. Okay, anyway. Probably should focus on the run since it's like near the end now. And I say near the end now because we are gonna get like a lot of cutscenes in the end game bosses. There are like 2 bits of the run where we get like overwhelming amounts of cutscenes. It's when we open the Gate of Time and it's like at the very end. Okay, gonna try 2 flaps this time. 2 flaps this time. Okay. Slide to the left. Brake slide to the right. Crisscross. Everybody, dive to the farm pillar. I don't know. Everybody back in time. I remember people were talking about that joke before. I like made up a Skyward Sword, like 2 hops this time, like thing. Oh, the reason why is because I remember when, like when Pippi was doing Wing Ceremony cutscene skip, she would sometimes be like 2 hops this time. That's where I got that from. Okay. I just like had some sort of muscle memory within me to like remember that rhyme, and I was like, why do I remember this? Okay, I think I got a select file 2 again. Okay. Game really wants me to equip the beetle. Alright, so yeah, we spawned out of bounds, but we can run back in bounds here. And boom, we are about to enter Girahim 3, and we are 5 minutes ahead. Oh my goodness. We are on 303 pace. I actually thought that 303 would be like my end goal for this category at one point. And now like we might be about to get it. Okay, anyway, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Girahim's pretty mad right now, so let's watch him be mad. Hey look, it's the, like, the murals on the walls of Sealed Grounds of, like, the intro cutscene of the game. With, like, the demons and stuff. Girahim's hair looks like whipped ice cream. here. Oh, he turned into a sword briefly. Oopsies. Happens to everyone. Even though this run is on a really good pace, I don't feel super nervous. I think that's maybe because the difficulty... Ow! The parts of the run that I consider difficult have kind of passed at this point. Like, Gearhim 3 and Demise aren't too bad. Can definitely lose a run there still. But, like, I feel decently comfortable with it. So I guess the nervous part for me is, like, more in the middle section of the run. Or even the start, like, the early game isn't easy. Oh, that was a bit slow. Okay, that was a bit slow, whatever. I'll have a good Gearhim 3 someday. Alright, gotta focus though, because we gotta stunlock Gearhim 3 in this phase, and it is not easy, because our Skyward strikes are not instant. I home buffer my Skyward Strike position there, just to make that easier for me. I could learn it bufferless, especially if I was going to do any percent, because with any percent, with the Goddess Sword, that's pretty difficult. But I've just always done it with home buffers, since that's what I feel comfortable with. Also, no! Failed one of these again. My Gearhim 3s are not very good recently, but at least, you know, I don't... I never feel like I'm gonna lose like 2 minutes or anything. It's just occasionally a little bit sloppy. Alright, so this is one of the longest cutscenes in the game. It's, Demise is gonna get summoned by the end of this cutscene. Hi Ryan, thanks for the good luck. I will need it for Demise. Gearhim's trying to conquer the world right now with his red and purple lights. Oh no, it's the imprisoned. What is going on here? The imprisoned is eating, like, the sacred energy from, like, Hylia or something, and then turning into a supernova. Tornado supernova. Gearhim with his whipped ice cream hair is like, ah ha ha! And then, the Betrow music is gonna start playing, I think. Yeah, when you enter Betrow's house for the first time, this music plays. Yeah, like, I'm assuming what's happening here is, like, when Demise's heart beats, he's got, like, these, like, spiky veins of, like, black blood or something. Because you can see, like, a spiky pattern on his forehead, like, fade in. Oh no, Gearhim doesn't look too good. That sword is looking a little bit hot. A little bit scorching. Like you might burn your fingers if you touch that. Also the upside down Triforce. Nice. Of like the demon world or whatever. Having a long cutscene before the end is a nice way to like quell your nerves, if that's the right word. Define quell. Oh, text box. Oops. Completely stop. Okay, I guess... I mean, I wouldn't say my nerves are completely stopped, but they are definitely, like... Put an end to a rebellion or other disorder by the use of force. Okay, maybe that's not... Oh, suppress a feeling? Maybe that's correct, because I'm suppressing a feeling. Well, I wouldn't say I'm suppressing it, I would say I'm just soothing it. With this cutscene. Also, let's go, Groose! Let's go! I'm kind of not focusing on optimal text here. I kind of should be focusing on doing the text like optimally here. Let's go, Bruce. I like how Groose just watched all of that happen. I just realized, like, Groose sees demise. Every time, like, there's a start of a Zelda game and they're like, oh, this is the legend of the hero and blah blah blah. They should also mention Groose. Okay, and we've got our, like, grape-flavored demise portal. I don't know, it looks grape-flavored. And Zelda's unconscious. Whoa, that was a weird direction I was rolling in. Alright, one more cutscene. One more cutscene. I can't believe that I got this run. I don't know how I did this. I was feeling pretty, like, stressed at the start of this run, and now I feel just super happy. That's what streaming can do sometimes. Sometimes I can not feel the best and can just yap my heart away. That's not a phrase. That's not a thing that people say. Yap my brain away? I don't know. I can yap a lot and, like, you know... As soon as I got out of the surface split, I felt kind of free, in a sense. I kind of let myself have a good mindset and could just focus on having fun again. Before, I was just getting stuck in the perfectionistness. And, like, I don't know. As soon as I let myself, like, as soon as I mentally go, oh, you know what, if I fail this run, if this run doesn't work out, it's okay. As soon as I give myself, like, a pass for that in my mind, I play so much better. So it's like it's very much like a mindset thing. Bro can indeed yap a lot. Yep, I'm a certified yapper. Dude, in the Tomodachi Life Direct, in the British version, one of the options, it was like, how would this character and this character enjoy spending their time together in their when they move in together. And like, on specifically the British version, one of the options was yapping, whereas on American it was just chatting, which I found funny. They like felt like the word yapping was just a more British word. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it was amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. I want to get a 303. Oh. GG's. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. $303.51. Oh. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Just wow. 303.51. FF. Thank you for the GG's, Viola, Zach is back, 64, David, and Mojito. Yeah, let's go. 303.51. I can't believe I just did that. Okay. Wow, yeah. I'm very surprised at this run because I didn't think I would get I didn't think I would improve this much in such a short period of time. You know, when I started this category, I thought when I get a time like this, I would stop playing. So like the fact that I got this run now, it's just like, it's kind of like, oh, orangutan. I love the orangutan emoji on desktop and Android. It's just a guy with a smiley face. From Poke. Yeah, Poke likes using that emoji. Also, thanks for the GG audio. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Where yeah, yeah, wow. I said where instead of yeah. Yeah. 303.51. I got a 303. Okay, so I do think I want to keep going with this category. I think this run was very good for my standards, but there was time losses, and I think I want to... A lot of the time when I run categories, I like get a run like this where I feel like decently good about, and then I'm like, and then I stop there. But with this category, I've had so much fun streaming it and like talking to like all the people who come in and like just yapping and learning the run. Like I feel like I have more practice to do, and I feel like I have unfinished business still. Well, maybe not unfinished business, but I feel like I could push myself to be faster. So, sub 3 with this category is very close. Though I don't know if I could shave 4 minutes off of this. It would be extremely difficult. So I don't think I'm gonna quite aim for sub 3. I don't know if sub 3 is a realistic goal for me to have. But I do feel like I could get a PB better than this. It might take me a while, since this run was pretty good. But, you know what? For next run, I can just tell myself, it's okay to mess up stuff, and I didn't get Extending Blow this run, so there's that as a time save, and also, like, you know, in this run, there's no real, like, big choke point. It's pretty balanced, honestly, so, you know, it's chill. Also, thanks for GG's, Ryan. Yeah. I just kind of got into, like, a rhythm towards, I got into, like, a rhythm towards the second half of the run where I was losing little bits of time here and there, but I was, like, I was just making sure to get everything correctly. Da, da. And I was just making sure I didn't make any major mistakes, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And yeah, it produced really good results. I feel like going individually through each split might just take a while. Might be a bit boring. I don't know. But main mistakes that I can think of from this run that I can improve on, other than like general like movement mistakes, is there was an Erla thing I messed up in Slingshot, which cost me a bit more time. I accidentally picked up a heart too, so I could improve on that. In Deep Woods, we didn't get the RNG trick Extending Blow, which loses a minute, like, compared to, like, optimally doing it, so, there is always that to improve on. However, it isn't RNG, so I don't really want to, like, reset until I get it. Or at least not yet. Because that would really, like, kill my mindset, I feel like. Well, maybe not kill my mindset, maybe that's a bit of an aggressive word. I don't know, it wouldn't be good for my mindset to, like, reset for that. Yeah, and then Earth Temple went amazingly. That's, like, I'm so proud of that Earth Temple. I've been waiting for so long to get an Earth Temple that I'm actually proud of, rather than just be losing time all the time. So, like, I deliberately streamed later today so that I could practice more, and I, like, practiced a bunch of Earth Temple this afternoon, and it actually paid off, and I'm so happy. I could definitely improve on my movement in the Betrow RBM. That could be a little bit better, and I probably got to figure out either a consistent visual cue to place down the bomb to blow up the rock in Lanayru Gorge after doing, like, an RBM in this area, or just do a timed bomb throw instead. Also, I kind of erred on the side of caution when I was doing the Harpstrom RBM. There's a bit where you need to select file 1 within like a half-a-second window, and I barely missed it. So maybe I will go a little bit earlier next time and focus on that. Yeah, and then in this split, it looks like I only lost 25 seconds, but actually I lost more like a minute. And like 50 seconds of those, I believe, was messing up a Farron dive, so that is definitely something to improve on. And then the end, of course, I mean, we lost like 20 seconds to Levias, but that's just RNG mostly. And then the end, of course, there were some small mistakes here and there, but, you know, it's a speedrun, so of course there's going to be mistakes here and there. So yeah, realistically, looking at my time losses, let's ignore EB at first. Looking at my time losses, I reckon if I really focused on improving a lot, I could maybe be 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes faster at most, and then with Extending Blow, we could be like maximum 3 minutes faster. But then, if that was the case, then I would get a 3:00. Then I'd only be 1 minute away from sub 3, and surely sub 3 is possible, right? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go for sub 3 in this category. It seems really difficult. I bet someone could do it if they tried, but I am not going to commit to it because I don't want to put pressure on myself to reach a goal that I don't know is realistic or not. So we'll just run this category until I get a run that I feel satisfied with. And then we'll just see how it goes and take it from there. But yeah, I've been streaming for over 4.5 hours. I'm probably going to be quite tired after this. Thanks for watching, Zach. Yeah, thank you for the congrats.